Hello everyone, this is my first video of my visit to MossVale and I have been having a lovely time, and I just want to share a couple of things that I've bought on a little day out I had with my friend Annika. And let me start with my office works. So as you know, I do quite a bit of journaling and have been doing quite a bit of journaling. I have made 2 pages. I haven't printed that one out yet, but I did this background, and what I thought I'd like to do is print out a photo of it, or 2. I gave one to Annika, and I'll just show you how it ended up being printed out. So Officeworks is quite good with just a normal photo size. So this is how it's been. I'll bring it up. Every passing minute is a chance to turn it all around, which was a lovely quote. So that's the size of the photo that I had printed up. And honestly, it was just 15 cents a photo. And it's on luster paper. And when I was doing my printmaking diploma at RMIT, luster paper was what we got everything printed out on. It's a high quality paper, so it does have a gloss. I wanted it more matte, but at Officeworks they can't do that. But you can just upload your photo. So I did this in Procreate, added the text and added it to my background and had a bit of a play. There's a line here that's not on the background that I've added. Just little bits. I've added little tiny bits and pieces to enhance the photo and edited the photo. I think if I get another one printed, I will probably make this a little bit more transparent so the text stands out just that little bit more. But that was why I went to Officeworks. But of course, it's Officeworks. What can I say? While I'm there, I always have a look. So I got a couple of Poscas. I got 2 white gel pens because I love working with them on my collages. They're like a normal pen, but it's gel. I have not activated my Poscas at all yet, so I'm not going to spend ages activating them. So you can see it works really quite well over ink. Over paint, you can't see it as much. Over my jelly plates. I just love them. So I got 2 different types, 2 different prices, only 50 cents difference. I wanted to try them out. Now already I'm preferring that one to that one. Pretty amazing. So here's some paint. That's that one. That's probably a bit off camera, sorry. This is this one. Yeah, I do prefer that one. So I'm just going to take a note and buy another 1 or 2 of the one I really love, because I use these a lot and I really just enjoy the white rather than always the black. So a couple more Poscas. This one is a fluoro pink. Actually, it hasn't got its paper on it, so it might have, yes it has, it's already been activated. Just these 2 are middle size. I just like that there's a dark red. Alright, so where's a pink? Here it is. I try to get the Poscas from Officeworks still in their plastic, because it means they haven't been activated, they haven't been used. So this, as a tester, may have been used a bit. I mean, it might not be used much, but let's face it, it could have been used a lot, and then I get less use out of it. So those, and because Annika didn't have one of these, I got a 2-pack of the friction pens. This is a quite red. I've got pink, blue, green and black already, but I like to try and use it for whatever the project is. And these are wonderful. So that was my Officeworks. Next shop we went to was Victoria House Needlecraft, which is 49 Old Hume Highway, Mittagong. I just got a couple of things because I really didn't need to buy a lot. I didn't need much. Sorry about crinkle. But I do love to get a bag, and that'll be going in the junk journal I'm making at the moment. So I just got Cottage Garden Threads, geranium, and I've tried to match that with these gorgeous gumnut yarns. Just love them. And then I noticed that there was the Weeks Dye Works. I just like this. I love the orange to the pink, variegated. This one's called Flamingo and it's number 2247. So isn't it? That's gorgeous, isn't it? Is there any more information? Cottage Garden Threads you can easily find online. They're from Gippsland, mother and daughter. Gumnut, hand dyed. It's fine wool, hand dyed Australian threads. So gumnutyarns.com for those. And this is so tiny, www.weeksdyeworks, all one word.com. So you'll be able to find those if you're interested in looking. And then we had a little trip to Thread Britannica, so I got a bag. Lovely. Yeah, like I say, I don't have a superabundance of finances, so I'm not buying too much, but I got one or two things that I thought I would like to use. So Thread Britannica is 16A Bowral Road, Mittagong. So our trip was a trip to Mittagong for this one, and Sally runs it. So it's threadbotanica.com.au. And I just got a couple of little things, but still not too bad, $3.50. I really love this. I'm already thinking of a project for this one. I do feel really quite happy up here, enjoying it. The weather's a bit warmer than Melbourne. Enjoying my friendships that I've made. Oh, that's a nice edge, isn't it? But I love it. I'm really definitely want to make something sweet from that. There's that. This is, they're called fat eighths here. That one's a fat eighth. Yeah, they're both fat eighths. So that one was $3.50, this one was $4. Yeah, so packaged up nicely. No smaller jellies, just these size, but this is really lovely too. So you can see, this is the fat quarter size. So this is the Tilda, love it. Tilda Quilt Collection. I don't know if this is also a Tilda because there's no name on it, but loved them. So far, everything's matchy-matchy. Done well for a little forage. Oh, I do love that. It's almost like a French, isn't it? Almost. And even these will even go on there, so that's good. I also thought there was a really lovely pile of Christmas material, so $8.25. I don't want to make a lot of Christmas stuff, but I just saw this one and I liked it and thought, okay, I want to find something to make that's Christmassy. So there's that. They're fat quarters, not fat eighths, so they'll be double the size of those. And another one, just really love this blue. It's very William Morris. Let me see, where's the edge? No, nothing written on the edge. Got no salvage edge, but it is very William Morris. I love it. Probably is William Morris. I don't know. I didn't ask. So not a great stash this time. And I got $8.30 for Eleganza Pearl. I noticed that Ariane Zerchi uses this a bit, and I saw it and thought, no, it matches these colours. So now I've got to work out what I'm going to make. We also had a little trip to Spotlight, but didn't get much at all. So I will be back with other things. We had a stitching day here, a day or so before that, 2 days before my little trip up to Mittagong. So I think what I'll do is do a little organisation and show you the flowers from Ginny, and might do a little walk through the house as well. Rightio, I am just going to start with these beautiful flowers from Virginia's garden. How absolutely divine. And look at this, isn't that gorgeous? And I wish I remembered what everything was called, but I know they've been here for a couple of days, but these irises were so super special, huge. And I think these ones are called columbines. Sorry, let's just focus them in. No, it doesn't want to focus. Maybe that's a bit better. And the roses. And Virginia's quite, she's quite the gardener, because look at the size of that. She gets the most massive hydrangea flowers. Just beautiful. And azaleas. She did say something about whether she can't grow one type of azalea, or maybe that was Karen. Oh, I can't remember. It was lots of conversations. So we had a lovely stitch day with Judy, Karen, Virginia, or Ginny, as I call her, and Annika. Nice. So I'm just going to walk from the back door. I have not cleaned up my table, as you can see. I am spread out everywhere doing my stitching. It's an old Federation style house, and they've bought their beautiful furniture from Sydney. She's got lots of plants. Really lovely. Here's Ernest. He's having a little nap. He's decided that my heated throw rug is his own very own blanket. Lots of artwork on the wall, so really nice. Got good internet so I can watch a movie at night. Kitchen's decently clean, but really, really lovely kitchen to work in. This is a surprise to me. It's a full chef oven, which has actually got an air fry capacity. How good is that? I've been just doing that. Imagine that, you just have one oven and you don't need to have all the extras on the benches. All right, so as with these style of houses, long hallway, beautiful photos. They do travel once a year, so they've gone off to New York. The bathroom, look at this, it's absolutely gorgeous. Just beautiful. And plants. Yeah, it's just absolutely, oh, sorry about the fast swivel. I won't go in their room because that's private. Bookcase, more plants, beautiful statues, a couple of religious sort of statues. And look, here's some, oh, sorry, I'm in the glass, I hate that. Embroideries. I don't know the story of any of those. And the beautiful, beautiful door. And I don't think I'll show my bedroom because I just realised I stripped the bed and it's a mess. But it's just a bedroom. That's the walkthrough of the house. Come back to the flowers while I'm talking. When it's evening, they've got the fairy lights on the balcony, so I'll do a little walk around later tonight to show outside. But there's also a very big vegetable patch out the back, so it's quite a joy to stay here. Oh, I just realised, look, cute. Oh, and I forgot to show my studio room, or the other room. All right, this is her office, but I have decided to spread out a bit. I'll pack it all up and clean it before I leave, but I've got my stitchy stuff here. I've got my suitcase that holds all of my bits and pieces, and I've got paints and all kinds of things in there. And then this is the area I've been working at, and it's just actually quite a nice, decent sized desk where I can put all my Poscas out. This is some, it's like a miler I'm cutting some stencils from. I've got my box with my deli paper, some of Rachel's Italian paper, some other bits of paper, and I've got all my jelly bits and pieces. And then I've also got, this is 2 new journals I'm making. I've got my jelly prints, so I've got that's on an old hanky, so I'm having a play with that. And I've just got a whole heap that I made before I came up, fodder material for collaging. Still experimenting, still having fun. And what I've been making yesterday is a lot of little bits and pieces from those with little bits of text from books. Just a quick mention that there is a lot of iconography and just beautiful. This is all like women from around the world, different types of fertility types of things. There's a Venus and there's a David at the end. Gorgeous. And like I say, there are sort of religious iconography around the house. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? That's a little painted print of a Jesus or Mother and Mary with baby Jesus, and then above it is a Mother Mary, and another one there, and then up the top, Kakeshi dolls. It's a boat shape. It's really great. It's a fabulous little room. And there's another one up here on the wall. Some photos. As I say, it's just absolutely beautiful to stay here. Sorry about the quality. Photos and prints with glass on just don't show up very well. Anyway, as I said, I'll get the outside a bit later. So here's a little walk through at night. Beautiful door and the lights. Just very, very pretty. So this is a daytime walk around the garden, and let me tell you the story about the bat. So one day I was sitting in the lounge watching some YouTubes, and I heard this rustle, 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 flap, 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 and I thought, wow, that sounds like a huge moth. Anyway, I didn't do anything about it. I just left it. And the next night when I went to bed, I was woken at 2 a.m. by the cat. And so I sat up in bed to read my book, which I do when the cat wakes me up. I read my book for a little while. And I thought I saw something out of the corner of my eye, and it was in the hallway where I put the light on. And I had the bedroom light on. Next thing you know, in comes this thing, and it flew around about 10 times, and I was ducking my head under the doona. I didn't know what it was, and I kept hiding, but after about 3 times around the room, I thought I better poke my head out and have a look what it is. And I looked, and every time it came in, I would duck my head, and then I'd look again, and I realised it was a little bat. So I thought, oh, what am I going to do about this? So I bravely got out of bed, and I went to the front door and just opened the front door, and it must have felt a draft or something, and it flew out. So that's the story of the bat, and I hope you've enjoyed seeing this lovely, beautiful garden and those glorious sweet peas. Look at them, aren't they? Amazing. Thanks for being here. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.